Prepare to be amazed.
Searching for greatness in a sea of the dying and shameless, a sea of the aimless. I don't wanna be one of the nameless. I'ma wake up with the mindset that one day I'm gonna make it, and I don't think I'll be fine if I don't break my limitations. Don't try to stop me, I exist to write my own story. I'll make a decision if I want some peace or if I want the glory. Yeah, don't want a life that is complacent or possibly boring. I just want a life that is worth every day exploring. My whole life I just wanted someone who would notice me. My whole life I just wanted to be somebody to be. Yeah, I just wanna be great. Yeah, I just wanna be great. Yeah, I just wanna be great. Yeah, yeah, I just wanna be great. Yeah, I just wanna be great. Yeah, I just wanna be great. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
How you doing, everybody? This is Jason's House of Fun and Video Games, bringing you today. What am I bringing you today? Thrift Time and Finds. Nope. eBay Time and Buys. No. eBay Time and Buys Revisited. No. Let's play some video games. Kind of. What I'm going to bring you today, folks, last Thrift Time and Finds, you saw that in the wild, we found a big boy, otherwise known in a lot of places as the Fat Boy PS3. I prefer to call it the Big Boy just because it sounds cooler. This video is going to show us going through and seeing if this thing actually works. Now, if you look back at any of my other ones that I've done on this, I've done a few tests here and there on a Wii, maybe. It was a while ago. A pretty popular one where I played some House of the Dead 3, I believe it was. And that little peripheral that didn't work. That was a long, long time ago. So if I can figure out where that is, I will put it right on the top in one of the cards, or you can just go ahead and do your friendly search on it. If it has a free disc. If it even turns on. Spoiler alert, it turned on and it didn't sound funny. You know, I'm going to explain that in a minute. The other review that we did, as I bounce around already, because we're already way off the train tracks here, is I did a review on another thrifted Wii. I think it was, right? Thrifted Wii? Yes, it was another thrifted Wii that we happened to find in the wild, the complete in box one. Still not sure if I'm going to save that or not, but in that one, in the Wii, it had paint in it, or caulking. And not inside the whole mechanics of it. Maybe I might have explained that a little wrong, but I guess it could have been, but it worked fine, and I'm pretty sure if there was something in there, it wouldn't. So it was just in really odd places on the system itself, and it's just made for a really funny video. But this one doesn't appear to have any paint or caulking in it, so I guess we're lucky on that. Although with this one, like I showed before in the previous video of Thrift Time and Finds Volume 47, definitely check that out if you haven't already. That's a wild video with a bunch of great pickups, not even just including this, a bunch of stuff. So on this one, and I'm going to slowly turn it to you and try not to blind you, because this is the TV we're going to be using. I'll go over that as well. On down here, we have only two USB ports. So typically when you see two USB ports on a big boy, it isn't the one that everybody's after. The one that everybody's after is the 60 gig, I believe. I think there might have been an 80 gig version of it, but the one I have is a 60 gig, and it has 4. And then this little part right here, I don't know if I'm really showing you as good as I could in great detail, but this little part right here would open up, and there's even more compartments. And I haven't had mine forever. I took the hard drive out of it and got rid of it. Simple reason being is, before I started doing YouTube, I know I'm getting into real weird territory right now because it has nothing to do with what I'm showing you, but I'm going to give you a brief synopsis on why this means something to me. I had the 60 gig that played not only the PS2, but the PS1 games. So on this one, I believe it only captures, it only lets you play, rather, PS1 and PS3 games, which is strange, but we're going to give it a try regardless. And the reason why mine stopped working, it was a common issue with that type of model and, you know, the older generation PS3s. The acrylic for the heating coil ended up drying out. Now, I don't claim at all to know everything about what goes on with these systems. They're very sophisticated. I kind of understand the common gist. I opened one up and I asked around and what could we do to try to fix this. And somebody said, well, why don't you get some acrylic, put it where it was, make sure you heat it so it's not, I don't know, it's hard to explain, but the best way I can remember, because this was a couple of years ago now, maybe even 5 years ago for all I know, but you had to get it on there, use the heating gun so that it isn't wet, but it's kind of somewhere in the middle, because the whole point of it is to help the heating coil to keep the system cool, and the system would eventually overheat after that acrylic had dried out, because there was something wrong with it, it wasn't used, whatever. I think they did a pretty good job with the PS4 and obviously the PS5, it's the newest thing. I haven't heard of anything with that yet. And the PS3 Slim doesn't have that issue, I believe, either. But this one, it did, and it is what it is. It's an interesting part about history and video games, right? So, unfortunately, I got it to work for a day, and then it was kaput. And I think after I opened it, if I shook it around a little bit, had a few things clicking and clacking in there, I don't think I put everything together completely the correct way. I thought I did, but watched a video on YouTube about it and saw if I could actually pull it off. And I said, you know, I'm going to give it a try. I mean, what's the worst going to happen? The PS3 doesn't work anymore. I mean, it's just going to be a cool experiment. So I wish I could have gotten that on video. I think that would have been a pretty funny video to have you watch me do that. Maybe do some fast time or whatever. But I don't know enough about these things. I could take apart a VHS player. I can take apart a DVD player. I fixed a bunch of them. Just not too difficult, and I understand the mechanics. I'd love to take apart a Laserdisc player, but I couldn't bring myself to risk that. So if one ever goes bad, I definitely am going to make a video on that, because Laserdisc players are extremely expensive. They're a pretty hot commodity out there in the, you know, retro world or whatever. I mean, this is just a format that is of the past, and people, you know, a lot of people are very interested in anything like that. But we're not here for the Laserdisc talk. We're here to talk about the PS3. Now, as we've gotten all that out of the way, let's go over a few things. I've gone over the different videos that we have on this channel, but if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe. Join the 193 other amazing folks out there who have subscribed to the House of Fun and Video Games, who come by every time to just say hi, how you doing? What did you get yourself into today? That reminds me of a better time and a much simpler time in my life, or thanks for the good laugh. I'm going through a rough patch. I really needed that. That's the whole point of this channel. I appreciate all those folks that do subscribe. I'm sure when they did, they hit the notification bell. Because if you don't do that, sometimes YouTube doesn't tell you what's going on with a channel you might like. I could say beyond a shadow of a doubt, any of the channels I've never hit the bells on just to test it myself, you don't hear about it. If you click the bell, if you personalize it, there's a lot of different things you can do with it. I'm not going to get into semantics of it, but point is, you do that so you can come back and join with me when we go over some cool stuff. Also, you want to get a few different ways of getting a hold of me. On Facebook at Jason's House for Fun and Video Games, we're bringing the conversation to a completely different level, where we could show off pictures, what we could not do on this platform. Also, Twitter at Jason's House for Fun and Video Games. Not much conversation going on there. I kind of just have it in case somebody prefers to reach out over the Facebook to that. It's kind of where it is, and just put up the videos, and that's just really it. And got some traffic from there. There's a little more from Facebook, and of course a ton from the tube of a billion views, but only one of me and you. Alright, with all the shenanigans, the foolery, the outro, during the intro, because this guy's backwards, he don't care, and he doesn't follow the beat of any drum. He ain't going down the beaten path. He's doing it his way, or the highway. So let's see if we can power this up. But before then, I'll go over a few things that we did on it. I cleaned it up a little bit. Got a little bit of dust and grime on it. The TV has been sitting in the garage for, I don't know, the last year. I don't even remember where I got this. I would have liked to use my other little TV that I showed you in the last, the Thrifted Wii, seeing if it was working video, because I think it came out really good. And I'm tempted to try out getting a Let's Play Some Video Games Volume 3. And I think I know what it's going to be. It's going to be on the TV. If you know anything, and again, we're going off the rails, but I don't really care. It's just what we do here. So many thoughts need to come out. They don't always come out at the right time, and sometimes it just sounds like bleh, diarrhea of the mouth. But hey, I like that. That's who I am, and I like to get all my thoughts out there and have some fun with you folks. So the reason why I wanted to take that little TV out is because with newer generation TVs like this, and of course the older ones that you've seen me play on before with the CRTs, there's a little bit of latency. And by latency, I mean the moment you push the button to what the action is on the screen. Or, you know, and if it's really big, I need to have this happen more, but with these, not as much. But you still notice that millisecond. And the one game that I have mastered, and I am an expert in, a few of them I could say I'm pretty close. Super Ghouls and Ghosts is definitely one of them. I don't think the latency would be something I would notice right away, but one that I would for certain notice, I have it right behind me here, is Ninja Gaiden. And I believe, folks, there's a spoiler for you. Let's Play Some Video Games Volume 3. Whenever we decide to put that out, I think it's time to show you. Because there's been enough talk. Time for some action. Time to put your money where your mouth is on how good I am at that game. But let's turn this sucker on and see if we got duped or if we got something good on our hands. Alright guys, and we are back. I'm trying to get the greatest, I don't know about greatest, but best angle I can. It's a little light out, which is normally what we would like, but in this scenario, it may not exactly work out in our favor. So we're going to try to do our best here. I'm going to try not to talk too loud. I'm going to try to turn this puppy on and see if it'll work. I just got to figure out where the power button is. I've had this in the garage for a while, and I knew I would eventually want to use it at some point or another. So, oop. I guess I probably should turn on the power to this thing, huh? There we go. Alright. I think we're powered on. Now it's time to see if it'll work. I don't know what this is called. Probably could have done this before we started shooting, honestly, but it is what it is. Let's see if we can turn on the PS3 real quick. Alright, we got power. We got a red light on there. You can't see it, but I can. I'm going to see how that looks. And I didn't really go over this like I wanted to, but the PS3 cord that comes with it is not very long. And this is the controller that came with it, so I don't even know if it works, but it's got some good... okay. It turned on. Somehow this thing still has battery, so awesome. We're going to plug that in, and then we're going to figure out what input it is. Alright, so clearly that's not the input because the PS3 is already in, so... Nope. Oh yeah, we're going to shut that off real quick. Okay. Let me see here. Oh, look at that. Input 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Import 4, that's the one it is. So import 4, look at that. We're learning things here, folks. Okay, so that is the import. So I guess we'll see if this thing comes up. Well, I know the PS4 3 is on. Maybe it might be the cord. Alright, take two. Plug it in the right way. I did. Could have just been the HDMI cord. PS3 doesn't feel too hot and heavy, so... See if that maybe is the issue? Okay, so... we know that that will come on. For sure. So, what we're going to do... to troubleshoot this a little bit, maybe it's just fried, I don't know. And we're going to try out the Sega Genesis Mini. Plug that in there. And we'll just, for giggles, use the same HDMI. Let's see what we can get in this one. Alright, so that one's in. I'm just going to press a different import. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, and we are back after borrowing TV from my son, because the TV I had did not work. So I said, hey, buddy, let me borrow your TV for a video. He laughed and he said, alright. So, with that being said, this works. It turns on. It has sound. The reason why I shut it off is for a very good reason. That's why I checked this before I turned it on. But it turns on just fine. Sound works great on the controller. Feels pretty good. I'm going to put this up here. There's no other personal information about this person that had this before, but we'll go over some other interesting details of it. But I wanted you to just take a quick look at this. And you can pause it and you can read through it, but I just found it humorous because I've never seen that on a PS3 before. But this person is no longer logged into here, which is awesome. We have a Nick in Nor trailer, and that was done on 1/18/2009 at 9:13 at night, in case you wanted to know. The things we have on here are Hulu, YouTube, Crackle, which obviously I don't believe would be signed in anymore. And we've got, and this is why I decided to mute the TV right away, because I noticed there's a certain kind of tune on there. And if you watched my last one, I had an unfortunate event happen where I had to remove part of the video. But I didn't remove it. I just dubbed in some, fancy dancy YouTube royalty-free music, because apparently there was about 3 minutes where they found that was an issue. So I'm not trying to do that to my videos. And at the end of the day, it is what it is. We're just sitting here having fun. But I do try to avoid answering things like that. And again, it wasn't a huge deal. It was a claim, not a strike. I don't ever claim to, funny little pun I made there, I don't ever claim to be an expert on how YouTube works or anything to that magnitude, because I'm certainly not. But there's a very big difference between those two things. So just something to see. And we got Jack, or You Don't Know Jack on the in the disc. So I mean that's pretty cool. Let's see if it works. I mean, it is the one that's in there. Funny thing though, before we do, I did go into the saved data, and it shows that the last time this auto saved was on July 8th, 2022 at 9:21 p.m. So it wasn't that long ago that I happened to pick this up. So I find it funny. I don't know why they got rid of this. Maybe they got the PS5, or maybe they got a PS4, or maybe they said I don't want to do this anymore. But I mean, I could check out, Don't Know Jack. Yeah, we're gonna check that out real quick. See if it works. Again, I'm gonna keep the sound muted for obvious reasons. Hey, there I am right there. Sorry about the lighting for once. The sunlight isn't doing me any justice, but it's all good. Oh yeah, the THQ. Look at that. Big giant title card. Okay. Jelly Vision, eh? I'm glad it works. Sorry about the sound, folks. That's just me being extra cautious. Instructions? No. Why do we need instructions? I love instructions with video games, but in the physical sense. We'll figure it out from there. So let's see if this thing works. And then we'll try out a game that I have. Wrong answer of the game. What? Children's vitamins. It's just a random chicken. I don't even know what to say right now. I've never tried this before. That's a little creepy. Round 1, okay. So let's see what we got here. Let's see if I don't know Jack. Astronomy. How many Earths could you stuff in the volume of Uranus before before you could take any more? I'm going to go with 6,300. Is it the right answer? That's the question. And the survey says I was incorrect. It was 63. Okay, so I guess I don't know Jack. Fair enough. Alright, yeah, we get it. I was wrong. Okay, let's move on. That was a really odd question. I guess I don't know Jack. $5 artwork, okay. A sandwich artist at a Subway. Would his supervisor have noted about his performance? Oh, I don't know. I'm just taking a wild guess. I'm going to say that one. Why not? Insist on cutting bread at a 45-degree angle. I am wrong again, folks. Clearly, I don't know Jack. Overuses the sauce squirters. I have no idea what this is. I'm going to go for one more question because clearly I'm already way into the negative on this one. Dis or dat. Okay. Well, we've gotten everyone wrong. The name of the Pope. The name of a Britney Spears song. Okay. Fair enough. Oh, I need to be able to hear sound, so I'm gonna say. Oh, did I miss that? Okay. Oh, it is a good thing that I did this. All right, we're gonna go with the Pope. Lucky. Oh, that's definitely. Oh, urban. Ron. Outrageous. Yeah. That's obvious. Hilarious. How am I wrong on that? Toxic, that's definitely her. Lonely, yeah, that's got to be her. Alright, so we did 5 out of 7. I mean, we got some questions, right? So that's pretty cool. Now I'm interested. I'm just going to keep playing this. But we're definitely going to get something else on here for sure. We got to see if the PlayStation works as well. Or PS2 or PS1 games. So, I earned a trophy. Participation reward. Well... Okay. I got one question kind of right. I mean, that's just a strange looking man. Times 2. I don't know what's going on here. Supreme Court. Children's vitamins. Okay. I mean, I'm just interested now at this point. I wish I knew what this sounded like, but again, sorry for the no sound. I guess you're just going to have to deal with the funniness. Suppose Pez comes out with a Perez Hilton dispenser. If you're Perez Hilton, Pez is packed completely full of Pez, just like Perez is full of juicy gossip. How many Pez could you suck from Perez's neck? I believe that is 10, or is it 12? I'm gonna go 12, but it's probably wrong. It's asking how many Pez you can fit into a Pez. I mean, that's just the only way to say it. Boom. Look at that. Look at that. I got another one right. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we are back, and I have the sound still off because I've got to eject this disc. Let's see if it works. Awesome. Doesn't sound like any issues are going on in there. Disc feels a little hot. PlayStation's had a little bit of use, like 10 minutes or so out of it. I don't know what the hell just happened. Come on, you're right there. There we go. Okay. This video is turning into a cluster, so I think we could turn on the sound now that we've got that removed. Obviously, that had some tunes in there. Probably would have caused... See if we can turn up the volume just a tad. Make sure this is up. Alright, there we go. Hopefully it's not going to blow your eardrums out when I try to do that. We'll turn it down just a tad. Okay, cool. So, let's see if a PlayStation game works. And I don't really know what we're going to choose, but a PlayStation game that I've been meaning to show you for a while. Lethal Enforcers 1 or 2. 1 and 2? Not 1 or 2. This is an awesome game. I do have a Justifier, very different from the Sega Genesis, Sega CD version of the game, obviously. And bulkier, but I can't get it to work, so. But let's check it out. I'm down. Will it work, though? That's the question. Ooh. Look at that. You gotta load the manuals. Crypt Killer, huh? Seems like a pretty cool game. Alright, and here's the disc. Pretty good condition. It's a pretty uncommon game, I'll tell you that. And we're gonna see if we can get this to work. So, hold on to your butts. Hey, you could see me. Cause, yeah, sorry. Okay, well, at least we got a few things out of this video. That other TV is not good. It's donezo, so. Again, sorry about the reflection. Hopefully that's not too terribly loud. Try to get a little bit of that light. I'm just making minor adjustments here. And this is the arcade version, by the way. I'll try to turn it down just a tad. What do you folks think we should do? Lethal Enforcers 1 or 2? I think we're going to go with Lethal Enforcers 1. So far, so good. And this is obviously, like I said, based on the arcade port of it. And it has a few differences here. Let's see what we can cook up here in the... Oh, we can go to the different levels. Blood on, of course. I wish all games had that, for the last reason that I said. We don't really need it too loud, though. Medium, yeah, we'll keep it down. Alright. Let's see that again. Let's hear that again. I shot him 6 times, Sheriff. 6 times. It sounds just like that. Like, literally just like that. Where's it from? You gotta let me know. Alright, let's get it. Alright, O is to reload. Oh man, I'm getting blown away. It's been a while. Oh no. Come on, we gotta do better than this. We're doing awful. Gotcha. Okay, let's see if we can do a little better. That was awful. Oh, I just gotta get it down again. Ah. Oh. Oh, that's not good. That's a foul. A little bit more. Having some fun. Oh. Listen, buddy. Oh, I already lost that gun. You have got to be super fast with this game without using the justifier. Well, at least he's missing too. Oh, goodness. Still got shot. Oh no! We're doing awful! The Sega are better than this one. The Sega CD one has some loading as well. Shoot out some tires. Oh wow, what is going on here? I don't remember too. Whoa! Alright, this is getting confusing. I don't remember 2 cars. What did I used to work on? I don't know if I used to work on Easy, or maybe that's just the arcade version of it, because the other versions couldn't handle 2 cars at once. Hey, listen, bud, stop shooting me, alright? Give me a break here. Alright, pop out the tires. Oh, well, I'm glad I missed her. Listen, buddy. Should have got... Oh, God, I'm getting destroyed here. The accuracy is absolute dog shit. That's alright. Rubber Stamp Company? Yep, Rubber Stamp Company. How didn't that get him? I don't know. I think that's a little suspect. I'm sensing a conspiracy here. Or maybe I'm just an awful shot today. Yeah, I'm an awful shot today. There's no conspiracy, folks. Wow, that guy went flying. Arcade version obviously has a little bit better backgrounds. More going on. Obvious reasons. The consoles of the yesterday couldn't do that. Oh, okay. Oh, you know what's coming up. Boss battle. And I shot him. That wasn't fair. I missed using just fire. Whoa. Wow, this is a lot harder than I remember. There's a certain part of the screen you can get this on, and it never gets by you, but I haven't figured that out apparently. As I'm just shooting. Oh, I see what we're doing. Situation under control. And I'm still gonna be a patrolman. What? Captain? I don't think that's the way that's supposed to go. Oh, I guess I can shoot when the level's over, so. Two victims. Oh, well, I'm a sergeant now. Okay, we'll take that. Again, sorry about that lighting. That might be a little bit better. Pretty cool game so far. What do you think, folks? I stopped moving the thing. Wow. He got me. Hey, you hear that? That's the big difference with this. Mentioning obviously that. Oh, I got you. Just random guys walking around like no big deal. Got him. So distracting seeing those guys fall out. Oh man, cheap. Ooh, shotgun. I want to save it. Yeah. Oh, I got you. That was a little cheap. My accuracy is absolutely horrible. I think there's little secrets in this too. How did that... Listen, buddy. You can't deal with the long arm of the law. I feel like I'm Dirty Harry, but missing every shot. What? Wow. Too much going on. I need a justifier. See, it is so hard to time that. You got to be able to time that very quickly. Alright, we'll try to finish this up and then get on to a PS2 game. We don't want to make this super long. I just missed him by like an inch. Listen. And this version of the arcade obviously had many more enemies that you could see, obviously, like verbiage and stuff like that as well. Listen, buddy, I've had enough of your garbage. At least the cop's missing too. I'm not the only one. Oh, wait a minute, I am a cop. Listen, I've had enough of this. We gotta protect. Oh, look at that. He almost tricked me out. I paused to shoot him. Okay. Hey, stop throwing knives at me. There's a lot going on here right now. Oh, I want to grab that assault rifle. I'm glad I didn't. No, I don't want to lose it though. Hey, at least we kept it for 2 seconds. Stop throwing stuff at me. Like I said, you gotta be fast with this thing, or you will get hit. Alright. I didn't even see anybody. What am I getting hit by? When I saw him? Oh, there we go. Yeah, this is one you gotta... Yeah, this guy's tough. I would have already used $500 in quotas already. Could have had those fast fingers. A fast trigger finger. Yeah, bye-bye, buddy. I don't think I shot any, unarmed civilians, so maybe we'll get to a higher level. Accuracy 61, not bad for that Wild Western shootout at the end. Got a credit, that's awesome. Oh, Dr. Sergeant. Alright, and we are back. We're going to try out a PS2 game. That was a lot of fun playing Lethal Enforcers. I haven't played that in forever. Hopefully it's not too loud or I'll have to do this again, but, well, we're going with a classic. Grand Theft Auto 3. You don't know anything about GTA? Great place to check and start out and have some fun. So, let's see what we got. And the survey says, does it work? Because I've been told that if it's this model, it will not play PS2 games. Only PS1 and PS3. So we're going to test the theory out. Not compatible with PS2s. Okay. So we proved that theory to be true. Alright. It is what it is. But at least we gave it our all to try out. So maybe I'll play a PS3 game for a few minutes and give you folks some something else to watch as well. A little more coherent gameplay. We'll be right back. There we go. Now let's get rocking and rolling. Game is certainly not for the faint of heart, I'll tell you that, folks. Try to angle this a little bit better. Every time I try to change it, it gets worse. Funny story about this game real quick. I saw a ton of these copies that, you know, didn't really get bought or anything. This is actually a pretty uncommon game to find now, but it just sat on shelves for a long, long time. And I don't see any sound coming on. Oh, I know why there's no sound coming on, because I muted it. Folks, well, in the middle of that, something else came up, and we had to shut that off real quick. But I've tried to fool around with it a little bit, and it lost signal. I don't know why, but at least it was working for a little bit, and, well, green light's still on. I can lower it down just a tad just to show you that. Green light's still on, so I don't know, but hey, it works, and hopefully that's just a small little issue that we could probably figure out, and let's get to the recap. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we are back for the recap. So What are my thoughts on this Thrifted PS3? Well, it didn't work as good as the Thrifted Wii. And the Thrifted Wii had paint in it, or caulking. I know I keep going back to that because I find it's funny. But one TV obviously just didn't work, or maybe it's just with this, I don't know. And then my son's TV, like I showed you, it worked for a good amount of time. And then well, maybe something loose behind here. Might be something easy to figure out. But I did want to show you the cord, the USB, the HDMI cord that came with it. It's from Twisted Veins. This is the craziest looking cord I've ever seen. I don't know. I mean, it does have a twist to it. But I don't know. Thought that was cool. Everything on it worked good. Felt good. It just might be one of those things where the HDMI port's a little bit loose. I don't really know how to mess around with stuff like that, but somebody else may, and it might be something we might end up trading into the game store. As you could clearly see from the video that you were shown, the PS2 games do not work on it, so that theory is correct without the 4 ports here. But it does play PS1 games, which is interesting. So, nevertheless, I think it was a good buy, and I think it will certainly get us a few bucks for trading credit if we decide to go that route, or maybe we just want to keep the PS3 just to bring us back to those memories that I shared with you before, rather. So, I may show you some B-roll of some of the games, or maybe some of the wiring, or the little closet. I don't have a closet of Doom over to my left, but I have a cabinet of Doom, and it's pretty brutal, but I could pretty much find anything where it is, so I always find things like that interesting, and quite the little rat's nest to get this HDMI cord to test this out. But just think it would be funny just to include in the video at some point, maybe around this time, or maybe during the introduction, and I'm pretty happy. But what are my thoughts on other things that we did in the video? Apparently I don't know Jack, and Jack don't know me. Crazy game. Wish I could have gave you some more sound. I'm not going to have much of that video because there's like legitimately no sound. I just have a sneaky suspicion that would end up happening anyways, like I said before at the beginning of the video. And well, I'm happy about the purchase. I think it will go well with the rest of the goodies that we're potentially going to bring to the video game store at some point or another when I feel it's time to make the move. It's time to pull the trigger. And very simply to put, I don't know when that will be. But when it does come, that will be another entry into the series entitled A Day in the Life of Video Game Collector. And I believe that will be Volume 3. So at some point in time when we decide to do that, maybe when we're in the video game store, we'll be able to get some video of it inside. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comment section down below. We already went through all the other stuff with the outro. And, was this a good find? I think if it's at the thrift and it actually turns on, it's a good find. We're definitely going to find, I believe we're going to find her a new home. And hopefully somebody will have a lot of fun enjoying it. And hopefully that HDMI issue is just the cord or whatever. Folks, this is Jace from Jace's House, fun in video games. I hope you have a wonderful night. Hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Hope you enjoy the weekend. It's not close, but close enough. We're right in the middle of the week as I'm shooting this, so I could see it from afar. And it's coming to a theater near you. That doesn't make any sense, but you know what I meant. So, folks, enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you for stopping by. Bunch of different videos. I'll throw up some playlists, a sub thing at the end of the little outro I got and everything like that. And just enjoy the rest of your day. And thanks for hanging out with me. Now, it's time. Time to show the world what we are made of when it comes to one of the hardest games on the NES library. That would be Ninja Gaiden. Take care, folks.
I've been dreaming on in my head like I've seen it. A life worth living is a life with meaning. I'll do what I love till my heart stops beating. I'm feeding this demon. got a taste, can't erase bitterness in my face. Work a job every day till your dreams fade away. Like a card, never change, play the game that we say. I need a break. I'm staying strong, need to move on to be what I want. I'll keep dreaming on. I'm staying strong, need to move on to be what I want. I'll keep dreaming on. Face on when I chase like that. Yeah, I play so strong with a knife in the back of my swing home.